I thought that I'd been hurt before.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my General Hospital after show. As you can see, I am in my magic wand attire. Felix has asked me to step in his place so that he can reunite with his BFF Sabrina. Temporary situation. It was the nurses' ball in General Hospital last week. Always my favorite time of year for the show. It's kind of nice that we get to take a little break from all the drama that goes down on the show, except this go round. Between the nurses' ball performances, we had doctors going down for the count, we had nurses falling, nurses fainting, people dying, random reveals, cat fights in the bathroom, and returning characters. Nurses' Ball 2016 was interesting to me. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't my favorite year. Obviously, I've watched the Nurses' Ball live since they brought it back for the 50th anniversary a few years ago. Me being me, I watched all the original Nurses' Ball before they got taken down, and they've always been a hoot for me. I've always enjoyed the performances. I always enjoyed the cheese that ensues throughout it. But I feel like with the exception of one performance, all of them were really awkward. The standalone good performance for me was Ned and Emma. Little Brooklyn is just becoming so grown up, and I loved seeing her performing with Ned. Such a great duet. Don't Go Breaking My Heart by Elton John and Kiki D. They both performed it fantastically. Every other performance had like different variations of like cringe-worthy moments. First of all, the opening act, nurses, welcome. Nurses, welcome. But I'm trying to keep this video positive, so I will say the positive of that performance was frickin' Nurse Bobby Spencer. Nurse Bobby Spencer looked absolutely amazing. I'm so glad that she was a part of the opening act, even if it was a little bit cringeworthy. And while the rapping was pretty cringeworthy as well, they still had all the mentions of the GH history, everything from Steve Hardy to the monkey virus back in 2006. All the biggest stories that happened inside the hospital were mentioned in that song. So in that sense, I loved it, but it was just so weird. I was never a fan of that Welcome to the Nurses' Ball song that they've been using the past few years, but it was, yeah, no. Better luck next year. Please do something better next year. Please. What else did we have going? We had Little Jake performing with Franco. No matter how you spin it, Franco performing with Jason Morgan's son is like the most awkward, cringe-worthy situation. I know they have a good relationship, but it's just, ugh. Although the random guitarist, whose name I think is Chris Ryan, really good. That artist uploaded his version of the song on his SoundCloud page, like just himself. I will link that in the description for you. We also saw Kiki and Dylan perform together. It wasn't terrible, but Kiki just looked so stiff and awkward that I just felt stiff and awkward watching it. That sounds wrong. I just felt awkward watching it. But it was a fantastic cover of Stitches. I loved it. I would download that version in a heartbeat. I don't think they'll be uploading it to iTunes because it's a cover song, but even if they didn't, I feel like because I'm Canadian, they're just not gonna allow me to download it. So, but great cover. Of course, we also had Magic Milo and the Magic Wands, my costume sake. Of course, the men looked absolutely frickin' gorgeous, and I'm totally ignoring the fact that the Dr. Priest is now stripping on stage because Matt Cohen is hot, so I accept it, and I'm okay with it. However, I don't understand what this is. What is the one clap dance? Like, what is that? That made me want to cover my eyes. Why? And then we had the Haunted Starlets. It was cute, but the like technical side of my brain is just like, how on earth can Dante and Milo hear their phones and their phones be that loud that the entire audience hear them over a musical number so that they can pick up and Lulu and Epiphany can be like, come home to me. But man, Epiphany sounded great. I love hearing her sing. Love it, love it, love it. Lulu's awkward like twirling and dancing was a bit weird, and so were like the rest of the gang sort of trying to not do the mom dance. And then they took this lighthearted moment and made it like a montage of all the scary crap that was about to go down. We had the creepy thunder and lightning of Nicholas and Hayden like texting each other, and Lucas almost dying in the hospital. Yikes. Talk about a killjoy. The other performance being, of course, You're Not Alone. It started with Nurse Amy singing the song. I actually really like her voice. I like Amy's personality on stage. I wish that was more of who she was off the stage. Like classy and sassy, you know? I think they need to tone down the shade on her when she's at work. And then I can love the character. Keep this fun side of Amy, you know? So yeah, she started singing the song, and then Sabrina makes a surprise appearance at the nurses' ball and joins in. Kind of wish she dressed for the occasion, but I understand why she didn't. And then Epiphany joined her on stage. All three of those actresses are fantastic singers, but I don't know what the sound people did, but it was so auto-tuned that it was a mess. Everything just sounded computery and glitchy, and it made me so upset. It just really distracted me from what would have been like an amazing moment. But it was mixed in such a way that you could tell that when they did record it, that they didn't record it at the same time. It makes me mad. This performance came right after Robin's speech. That Robin's speech saved the nurse's ball for me. Seeing her get up there and talk about HIV and Stone and having Anna watch her was just like, touched my heart. So yeah, beautiful moment. Also, Lucy did not lose her underwear this time. I'm kind of okay with it. Like, I know it's been an on-running gag since 1994. And Lynn Herring looks just as great as she did in 1994 as she does in 2016. So it has absolutely nothing to do with her age. But it's just kind of nice to see that Lucy finally, after so many years, finally did not lose her clothes. Now let's talk about the stuff in between the nurse's ball. Bobby had fainted backstage. Lucas brought her to the hospital, therefore they couldn't have their wedding, and then Lucas walked in on the mysterious killer of GH, almost sticking a needle into Bobby, and then obviously whoever that was stuck a needle in Lucas. They're really making it seem like it could be Finn. I really don't want it to be Finn. I like this character. I don't want him to be a killer. And I swear, if GH kills off Lucas, I will be pissed. You can't kill off the only gay couple on the show before they get married. Another thing that happened during the nurse's ball is that Carly snuck into Ava's house and found a flash drive, thinking that it would be the flash drive that incriminates Ava. Turns out Ava just randomly has a sex tape in a flash drive of her and Paul. Not really sure why. It clearly isn't working in Ava's favor that Carly has it in the cloud, as she pointed out in the washroom after their cat fight. I love the throwdown of them like taking off their earrings and taking off their heels. Carly and Ava, I could watch them just go to town on each other all day. Paul is starting to reveal the information that she killed Connie. I can't believe this is still a thing like 3 years later. But here we are. Finally, Nicholas dies. Okay, I don't really know what to say about this without talking about the GH News, so I'll do that segment now. In GH News, Nicholas has been recast. This news broke out before these scenes played out, so it kind of ruined it for me. I wish that they just hung on to it just a little bit longer. I mean, naturally, because he's a cast I would have thought his death was faked anyway. It really looked like he is trying to frame Jason for his murder. I'm sure that's what's going on, but I was so mad. It ruined it for me. I think those moments would have been a bit more epic if I didn't know about the recast. Apparently Tyler Christopher is taking some personal time off. But Nicholas isn't the only recast that's happening. Maxie Jones is being recast as well. Kirsten Storms tweeted just today that it's because of a skin condition that she has. It's caused by stress. On behalf of me and I'm sure all of General Hospital fans, we wish you well. We hope you get better. We hope you feel better. And we will see you soon, Kirsten, I hope. Oh yeah, one more thing that I want to talk about with the episodes of GH is that we had one last goodbye between Anna and Duke. Robin convinced her to let go of the pain and told her that she needs to let Duke go. And so she did with a last tango with him. It kind of makes me sad that that's the final nail in the coffin for them. In my opinion, Duke and Anna are a super couple and they deserve so much better treatment than what they got. And that scene kind of dashed my hope of Duke ever coming back to life. Burns a little bit, not gonna lie. It is what it is. Alright, as for my GH Tumblr post of the week, I don't really have one. I just love seeing all the pictures that everyone's been posting of the nurse's ball, whether it's been from the actresses and actors' Instagrams or the gift sets that are made by the fans. I know I didn't have a whole lot of positive things to say about the nurse's ball, but they all looked fantastic. That much I can say for sure. So until next time, I will catch you guys later.